Good morning, students. This is Manjula S., Assistant Professor, Government College for Women, Kolar. Welcome to the next session. Under Material Costing chapter, we are concentrating on simple average and weighted average method. So under these two methods, I am going to solve a simple problem in this. Okay. So now the problem is prepare the store's ledger account for the month of December from the following transactions relating to the supplies of material on the basis of simple average price and weighted average price method. So in this given transactions or given information, we have to calculate two methods, that is simple average and weighted average. So that is receipts has been given. So date, quantity and rate. Under date it is 4th December, 200 kgs quantity at rupees 10 per kg, and on 18th December 300 kgs at rupees 12 per kg, and on 22nd December 100 kgs at rupees 16 per kg. So next issues has been given. So same date and quantity. On 6th December it is 100 kgs issued, 20th December 200 kgs issued, and 25th December 300 kgs issued. So this is what the problem. So same the date, quantity and rate has been given according to the receipts and issues. So with this receipts and issues, we should calculate the simple average method first. Okay, we shall move on to the solution now. So this is the format for a solution. So heading is stores ledger account under simple average method. The format is like this. So date column, receipts column, issues column and balances column. So three main columns has to be provided. Under the receipts, we have to further divide into three more columns, that is quantity, rate and amount. Same as in issues, quantity, rate and amount, and in balances column also quantity, rate and amount. So this is what the format for stores ledger account. Under simple average method, so first on the first transaction is on 4th December, it is 200 kgs received or purchased at rupees 10 per kg. So the amount will be 2000. So 200 kgs na 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ರೇಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 2000 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೇ. Whatever the purchases has been done or receipts has been done, that has to be carried to the balance. So that is same 200 at rupees 10 per kg, 2000 has to be carried. So next transaction is on 6th December. So no purchase. So issues have been done. Issues have been done at 100 units, that is 100 kgs. 100 kgs at 10 rupees per unit. So it will be 1000 because we have already purchased 200 kgs at 10 rupees for 2000. So in the 200 we have issued a 100 kgs at rupees 10, that is 1000. So the remaining is quantity minus quantity 100, amount minus amount 1000, 2000 minus 1000. So the rate also will be same because only one transaction has been occurred before the issue. So the rate will also never changes. The same rate at rupees 10 will be taken. On 18th December, the next transaction is on 18th December, that is 300 at rupees 12, that is 3600. So that is now you have to add it. So quantity plus quantity, if purchases or receipts has been done, you have to be added. If issues have been done, you have to deduct. So that is 100 plus 300, it will be 400, and 1000 plus 3600, it will be 4600. And what about the rate? So rate, how to be calculated rate? So in this simple average method, we are not supposed to enter the rate because so the rate has to be divided by 2. Why the rate has to be specified under separate column? Because so here the separate table have been provided for the sake of understanding these units clearly. So I have given you here. So for let me explain you first transaction. So that is serial number 1. The rate is 10 rupees. So first purchase have been done at 2000, that is 2000 amount, minus how much issue has been done. Issue has been done at 1000, so the remaining is 1000. So first issue has been done for 1000 units or 1000 rupees. So the next we shall move on to the table as it is, main table or main format, that is 18 December 312 rupees at 3600, that I have already told. So same, you have to add the amount plus amount and quantity plus quantity. So the rate column is empty because here one rate will not be taken because two rates will be given, has been provided. So that is 10 and 12 is there. So no need of taking rate in the balance column. Only we have to specify in the issues column. So in issues column what we have to do, I'll tell you in the next transaction, that is on 20th December. So we have issued at 200 kgs or 200 units of quantity. Rate is 11 rupees I have taken. 11 rupees is the rate. So how this 11 rupees have come? That is by adding 10 plus 12. That is previously two transactions have taken place. In that one transaction, that is only 1000 units have been already sold or issued. So still 1000 units is left in this rate. In this rate 1000 units has been left. So for that you have to take two rates, that is 22. 10 plus 12, it is 22 divided by 2 rates have been taken. So 22 divided by 2, it is 11. So hagagi 200 into 11, so it will become 2200. Again quantity minus quantity, amount minus amount. So quantity how much it is? 400 minus 200, 200. 4600 minus 2200, it is 2400. So next here I'll move on to this clarification. So this verification, we can call it as verification. So here 1000 already I have issued on the date of 6th December, and next again on 20th December I have issued 200 units. So 200 units at the rate of 2200. So the 10 rupees rate is still 1000 is remaining. So first let me clear that 1000 by giving it. So 1000 minus 1000, that means 1000 minus 1000, in the sense 1000 I have cleared for at the rate of 10 rupees. So it will become 0. Then till 1200 I have to issue. So for that 1200 I should move on to the next rate called 12 rupees. So ಈಗ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ರೇಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 1000 ಒಂದು ಸರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 1000 ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 4th ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತು 20th ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. 6th ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ಮತ್ತು 20th ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 10 rupees ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇರೋ ರೇಟ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸು ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ 12 rupees, ಈಗ 12 rupeesಗೆ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ದ 12 rupees. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 12 rupeesಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಆರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ 3600 ಇದೆ. ಸೊ 3600ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1000 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ, ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು 1200 ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 2200ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1000 ಹೋದರೆ ಇನ್ನು 1200, ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ 2400 is left in the rate of 12 rupees. So now 2400 is left. So next move on to the table directly. Now 22nd December the transaction is been taken place, that is 100 at the rate of 16 rupees. So that is 1600. So again add 200 plus 100, amount plus amount, quantity plus quantity. So 200 plus 100, 300, 2400 plus 1600, it is 4000. So you can add. Again the last transaction is 25th December. So in 25th December, so we have issued 200. So if you want to issue any amount or any quantity, so you have to specify which rate we have to consider. So already 10 rupees rate have been sold or issued. So now we have to consider only two rates, that is 12 and 16. So 12 and 16 becomes 28. So how many rates it is? 2 rates. In some problems you can also get 3 rates also. At that time you have to divide by 3, 4, whatever it is. So here 2 rates have to be considered. So it is 28 divided by 2, that is 14 rupees. At the rate of 14 rupees you have to issue. So the amount will be 2800. 14 into 200, it is 2800. So now again quantity minus quantity. 300 minus 200, it is 100. 4000 minus 2800, it is 1200. So last here in this clarification or verification, we'll see. So now here I have already told 2400 is left at the time of 20th December issue. That is already we have issued 1200. So in that 1200, the remaining is 2400. Now here you have to issue 2800 amount. So here for 2800 we have only 2400 at the rate of 12 rupees. So let first issue this 2400 and make it as a 0. So now 2400 we have issued and it becomes 0. So now the next rate is 16 rupees rate. At the rate of 16 rupees product or unit we have to concentrate. So the rate is 16 and the amount is 1600. Now remaining, how much we have to give? In 2800 we have already given 2400. So left 400 have to be minus or deducted under this 1600. So it will become 1200. So the remaining amount is 1200. You can also observe here. So here also you got 1200 and here also it is 1200. So if it is tallied, then your problems is correct. That is, the remaining quantity is 100 and the remaining amount is for 100 units, the amount is 1200. So 1200 is have been remained, or we can also call it as closing stock of 100 units at the rate for 1200 amount. And the next, so under weighted average method. So next method is stores ledger account under weighted average method. It is very simple than simple average method. Well, let me explain. The same format as we have already discussed and as we have already seen in the previous problem. That is date, receipts, issues, balance, same quantity, rate, amount, quantity, rate, amount and quantity, rate, amount. So three main columns have to be made. Under that sub columns, three columns has to be provided for quantity, rate and amount. So first transaction is on 4th December. That is 4th December. So 4th December it is 200 units at 10 rupees for 2000. So same has to be carried to the balance as in the previous problem or in the previous method. And 6th December. So 6th December we have issued for 100 units at 10 rupees for 1000. So here same 100 units. So 200 minus 100, 100, 2000 minus 1000, 1000. So the rate is same because already only one purchase or one receipts have been done. So here the rate will not fluctuate or any changes being done. Okay, next the 18th December. Next transaction is on 18th December. So that is 300 quantity or units at the rate of 12 rupees for 3600. So same amount minus plus amount, quantity plus quantity. So 100 plus 300, 400, 1000 plus 3600, 4600. Then what about the rate here in weighted average? So here I have given you the working note here. Average price on 18th December is 4600 divided by 400, that is 11.5. So 4600 divided by 400, that is amount divided by quantity or units. You will get the rate. So this rate has to be issued for the further issues. Okay. So now the next transaction is 20th December. In 20th December we have issued how many units or quantity? 200 units. That is at the rate of 11.5. So this 11.5 is already been calculated in the previous transaction. That is 11.5 into 200, you will get 2300. Now again quantity minus quantity. 400 minus 200, 200. 4600 minus 2300, it is 2300. And the rate as it is whatever we have calculated in the previous session. Okay. So next, if purchases is being done, then only the rate changes, not in the issue. But in simple average method, at the time of issue, the rate fluctuates. Is that clear? Okay. Now on 22nd December, it is 100 at the rate of 16 rupees, 1600. Now quantity plus quantity, 200 plus 300, 100, 300. So 2300 plus 1600, it is 3900. Now the rate, how the rate has to be calculated, not 16. So we have to calculate on the basis of amount divided by units, that is 3900 divided by 300, that is 13 rupees, that is 13.00. And the next transaction is 25th December and last transaction issues. How much it is? 200 at the rate of 13, that is previously calculated. So it is 2600. So now quantity minus quantity, that is 300 minus 200, it is 100. So 13 as it is, and 3900 minus 2600, it is 1300. So this is what the units minus units and amount minus amount. So here also the remaining units or the quantity is 100 kgs. Okay, so the amount may varies, the rate may varies, but the remaining quantity will not vary in whatever the method we follow, that is either in weighted average method or in simple average method or in LIFO or FIFO. The units or the quantity will not change. Okay, is that clear, student? So as of today we have concentrated a simple problem on weighted average and simple average. I hope you have understood. If you have any doubts related to this problem, please share. Okay, thank you.